KSFR Coffin Radio.
Welcome to another exciting episode of Coffin Radio. I am Heartthrob Rob, and today we are talking about Atlanta Season 4, Episodes 1 and 2, The Most Atlanta and The Homeliest Horse. I'm excited that we got a 2-episode season premiere on the very last season of Atlanta, man. I'm excited because, you know, we've seen Donald Glover and Earn and Paperboy, Van, Darius, Tracy, everybody, the whole crew go from this extravagant journeyman. And so when I know that this is the final season, we're not getting a season 5, I'm glad that we're returning to form here. You know, I don't want to see a bunch of dream episodes or episodes where our characters are not in them at all. And at least our characters were in both of these fucking episodes today. So I'm excited. We'll start with episode 1 here, which is called The Most Atlanta. And it's kind of a trippy episode here, man. We get all the crew, you know, the whole crew splits off and does their own thing. First we have Darius, who is returning his air fryer during what looks like the 2020 riots. And in this whole episode, he's being chased by a woman in a mobility scooter with a knife, which is like supposed to be reminiscent of that clip of that lady getting, attacking people in Target and getting sprayed with the fucking fire extinguisher, right? Fire extinguisher. And that's what he's having to deal with this whole episode. Paperboy, on the other hand, is on this quest, you know, to find if this rapper Blue Blood has like left behind the scavenger hunt to find a treasure of some sort to where he's buried. And it's kind of a trip to see Paperboy go through all of this, and in the end he ends up at the guy's funeral. It's supposed to be like an MF Doom kind of thing that they got going on, but it's kind of a trip. Meanwhile, Earn and Van are really stuck in this Atlantic train station and are kind of tripping out because they're like running into people from their past, and everybody they see is people that they've dated, and they're walking around for hours and cannot get out. Kind of a trip here. And in the end, everybody kind of comes together and escapes together, ends up in the same place, and like I said, they escape together. Kind of a trip. I don't know if it's supposed to be like a dream type of episode, the kind of vibe they've been on, but you know, we're on the last season here, and I feel like I'm getting, you know, it's artistic as fuck, right? But I feel like I'm getting more questions than answers with just a few episodes left. I think there's only 8 episodes left. So this episode was good, return to form, but I wish we would have got more answers than questions of what's kind of going on with the new season. Next, we have episode 2, which is The Homeliest Horse. This episode's really weird too, where we get, you know, the main plot is Earn. It's not even the main plot. It almost feels like the B plot is Earn in therapy, and he's talking about, you know, his time at Princeton and why he dropped out, because he kind of just went into some woman's room that had his suit that he needed to go and get back because he was the main person on the building or whatever. So he used his master key, got it, but he ends up getting expelled because of that. And he goes to he talks about this trip that he's supposed to go on with Van and his daughter, and some TSA agent gives him shit and he's not able to go. And so that's his story of this plot, that he needs to deal with therapy. It's like a very therapy-esque episode. Meanwhile, the main plot almost is this woman who's working to get her story published. And so she wants to get her story published, and in the end, you know, when she thinks she's going to get the story published and this publisher is helping her, and the assistant is Tracy, by the way, it's kind of a trip. Everybody walks out on her presentation and people say it sucks, and that's it. And she goes home and cries herself to sleep. And, or, you know, it ends up crying over her dog and all this stuff. And in the end of the episode, you notice that it's all been set up by Earn for this lady to fail so miserably, that she was the TSA agent that ruined his trip. And he's petty as fuck and decided to ruin her life about it. It's really weird. It's kind of a trip. It's very Atlanta for something like that to happen. These episodes were both good, but not great. I know they're getting like universal acclaim online, and I thought they were good episodes. Definitely more Atlanta than the last season. But I think this season is kind of, you know, we're just 2 episodes in, but I feel like this season, to me, is becoming more drama, you know, with like trippy artistic stuff going on. Atlanta to me was more of a funny-esque show with drama mixed in when it needed to be, but like black comedy, dark humor. Meanwhile, this to me is more drama based with some funny parts sprinkled in, you know, because we know the characters. So I think that's maybe where their problem is. They need to go a little bit more funnier. It's artistic, they're aiming for things, but I need to be, you know, a couple more jokes here and there. Just my opinion. But let me know what you guys think about it, man. We'll talk about it in the comments. Make sure you like, subscribe, and if you like what you're watching, then hop in the coffin. Follow us on social media at Coffin Radio. Coffin is spelled with a K. And that's all for today.
ASMR Coffin Radio.